This video is to attest what scores of people have complained about, that ureteral stents do cause pain, which can be constant, excruciating, and therefore debilitating. There are a very few references which state that patients are left feeling very miserable. Most of the time the phrase is, you may experience a slight discomfort. What I would like to see is a frank statement that if your body does not like the stents, then potentially you would face quite a bit of pain, so that patients are not left wondering what is happening to them and going into ever-increasing anxiety. Having said this, first and the foremost is, my intention here is not to discourage anyone from having the stents. The intention is to make people aware that you could have pain, which is really terrible, but that you will have to grind it out for long-term benefit. This is coming from my personal experience, as I have had not one, but two double J stents for 15 weeks in a row, during which time both of them were also exchanged to continue to remove the kidney stones. After the first laser lithotripsy, I had the choice of using shockwave treatment, avoiding the stent placements. But I still opted for laser lithotripsy because I know that laser lithotripsy has a much better success rate. However, I would need stent placements. But I will tell you that the pain I went through was sheer torture. I had stones in both ureters and kidneys. The first procedure removed the stones from ureters with placement of the stents to heal the ureters and to allow drainage of urine from kidneys should any of the stones in the kidneys got dislodged. This is when my saga of pain started. I had pain from day one, but I thought that it was a result of the operation. But after 3 weeks it was not subsiding, at which point I went to A&E. The pain was perennial pain, burning and pain in the rectum, and every time I went for a wee, I had the burning sensation at the end of the wee cycle. The pain was constant and I did not have any respite at any time. At A&E, they suspected me of having prostatitis, which I was told can happen with the procedure I had. So I was given a course of antibiotics for 2 weeks, which did nothing, followed by another 2 weeks of the same antibiotics, this time through my GP, but again there was no improvement in my condition. In parallel, during this time, my anxiety was soaring up and I was frantically searching the net and asking people and looking for what was happening to me. Not much was out there that I could relate to, in part because my search was biased on prostatitis. But luckily I stumbled across a post on stent pain on patient.info website, and then a very useful YouTube video, my painful experience with a ureteral stent by Ella. And in parallel, I also had a telephone call with a member of one of the urologist team. The urologist said that I was being treated for a condition that was not fully diagnosed, something that I had run past my doctors asking them if some tests could be done to ascertain that I indeed had prostatitis or not. Anyway, I had my suspicion on stents as well, as I believed that my body perhaps did not accept these foreign objects. The urologist also mentioned that it could be a stent pain from the description I gave him. With the passage of time, continuous research in how my body is reacting on a daily basis, I became more convinced that the most likely cause are these stents. Then came the date of my second procedure, when I requested the operating team to remove the old stents and not put any new ones, but the surgeon said that they need to have them to heal the ureters from the trauma of the procedure. I asked, and luckily the surgeon said they will remove the stents in 2 weeks. Even so, the pain was no less. And all I did was kept on counting down for the day when the stents would be removed. Fortunately, someone must have cancelled their outpatient appointment and I got their slot to remove the stents in a week's time. The stent removal procedure was uncomfortable, but relative to the stent pain I had, it was a breeze. The relief was instantaneous, unbelievable. I could walk with much reduced pain, and most of all, I was able to sit on a chair whilst waiting to wait before going home. Sitting on a chair was not possible before, even with a do-not cushion, for more than a few minutes. Within 24 hours, I had made a 180-degree turn on improvement, and all I did was take 2 ibuprofens, and that too for reducing any inflammation and not for pain control. Now that is amazing, and my suspicion on stents being the foreign objects, which my body did not agree with, was well founded. For those who have to endure this pain, I can relate to it absolutely. Importantly, please keep talking to your GP and/or ask for urology referral and/or go to AD or whatever you think is necessary. But try to be strong and ride it out. I say that, but I did break down into pieces in the end as I could not take the pain anymore. But with the support of my family, I rode it out torturously. I've come across accounts of people feeling suicidal, hence why I'm hoping to discourage those thoughts. I'm really urging the urologist out there to be brutally frank about what pain one can face, so that the patients do not suffer too much from anxiety and go crazy in their heads on top of feeling really miserable. I don't think the urologists are lying or concealing anything. I believe they cannot imagine the intensity of the pain unless they have gone through it themselves. Additionally, they see all kinds of trauma and the pain, and these things are just a part of the process. But if you are at the receiving end, it's not easy to stomach that. If you relay the information with sympathetic tone, most patients will feel somewhat better. After all, they want a proper treatment, and they will take your lead on the treatment as you are the experts. I hope this video will help those who are in a similar predicament as I have been. Thank you.